Ryzen 3 from Best Buy. So see my dilemma. Like, okay. Because she bought a laptop with Ryzen 3. I'm not looking at Ryzen 3. I'm looking at a Ryzen 7 or the 4800. 4800H, I think, is the chip that I'm looking at. Brand new, the Zen 2 chip. So the APU stuff. Because, again, you buy a laptop with Intel in it, it's technically still an APU. It's got the CPU and it's got an iGPU built into the side of it. And then you've got the NVIDIA chip that's the discrete graphics chip that's bolted onto the side of that. And they've got some weird hardware switch between the two. But most of your outputs are all hardwired into the iGPU because for power saving reasons. And I'm like, that's crazy. Huh, that's funny. A friend of mine I was talking to earlier, she just told me that she fled New York because of the pandemic, and now she's hiding out in the desert. I was laughing about that. Let's see. Address tables and ad routes, more than likely. I can work from none of them. Yep, Still learning, not giving up, though. That's good. Little boomer, that's awesome. But anyway, that's the reason why I'm going to the Ryzen stuff, because at the end of the day, I get more bang for my buck. I don't have to worry about Optimus and that switchy bits going on, because that's just kind of a pain in the ass. There is a means that I don't get to do NV Inc., and I don't get to use QSV, but I get to use the AMD stuff, which it doesn't really make a difference to me, honestly, because at the end of the day, they are very, very different, and they do things very, very differently. Some of them work really, really well, others work not so much. But I just need something that can get the job done and lightweight that's more powerful than what I've currently got. That's lighter weight, mostly for the system admin stuff anyway. The next question is, I assume you guys have virtualized infrastructure too, so that's another part. Yes, I do have a virtualized infrastructure. You don't have it in that image right there at the moment. There we go, that one. Because it's turned to the right, but to the left there's a server stack. You can go crank it over to the left. Just point it at the server cabinet. Would I use vSphere over open source CM management? I do. He uses Proxmox. That's good. Too far. That's good right there. Right there. And then move the curtain to the right. Yeah, just like open it all the way up. And then go the other direction. Keep going. There we go. And then angle it down. Angle it down. Angle it down. Keep going. Oh my God. Holy shit, man. You've moved it like an inch.
Keep going.
Yes, keep going.
Oh.
Holy shit. There we go. That's good. Right there. Perfect. All right. Only your fourth cup of coffee. Proxmox is awesome. I know a lot of people who like it and they use it. I don't. And part of the reason why I don't like it is because when I poked at it, I was going to use it. I really looked into it. I already had a storage structure set up and everything was ready to go, and I had a bunch of stuff dialed in and loaded up into just a back storage. Not even it wasn't anything really fancy. I just had a bunch of shit in there. And the way Proxmox wanted to use my iSCSI stuff, or use the NFS stuff, and the way they wanted to mount it, and I'm like, but I already have this folder structure that I'm working on. Why would I want to change it to be like that? Can't I change what they're looking at to be what I have? And the answer was no. They're like, you got to be like this, and I'm like, so that was kind of a pain in the ass. But if you were starting from scratch, Proxmox isn't terrible and it's free, so have fun. I don't like Unraid. For a lot of reasons. I've occasionally used some FreeNAS stuff for like the Beehive stuff, and I'm not a fan. I don't like Docker. I think Docker is a giant pain in my ass, and that has mostly to do with the fact that I'm not rapidly deploying a bunch of shit all over the place and trying to test stuff on a rapid level, so Docker might be more effective in that case. Anyway, I can go into greater detail with the data store element of the Proxmox issue. And everybody's like, well, did you look at this? No, MaxCFM spent 8 hours digging through half the code, what was going on, and how to make it do what I wanted it to do with what I currently had in place. And the answer was no. And so we installed VMware, and I haven't looked back, so.
Probably would have went VMware myself. It's just, I can say it was really quick, and it was easy to do, but you gotta have nothing from the start with.
Yeah. So, if you've got a VMware, vSphere license, and you want a use case, just install it, make it work. Like I've got two of the machines that are, it's there. There we go. I got two machines there. I got a R715 and an R815, both running AMD. It's 6380 Opterons. They're all 16 cores. Well, the 715's got 2 sockets, and the 815's got 4 sockets. Both of the machines have 128 gigs of RAM. I need to double up the 815's RAM to make it memory and CPU matching for capacity.
He's looking for use case, like just overall usage. I mean, I did mine for just.
Oh yeah, yours was hilarious. Actually, you know what? Before we get any further into this, I'm gonna we're gonna do this. We're gonna make the fucking bread because it's gonna be a 4-hour cooking time, and the whole point of that was to get the mic up. So okay, and we got the over here, so we can look at the chat.
Yep.
And that's fine. So
you
we got
just the chat.
Yeah, I don't care about the video. I don't give two shits about the video. I know what I look like.
I mean, yeah, I'm getting there. I don't necessarily know how to make income directly through virtual machines or setting up virtual machines.
That's like saying, how do you make income by owning or driving a car?
Yeah, because you have the option of renting your stuff.
If I put gas in the car, how do I make money? And that's I'm not making fun of you. I'm just pointing out that that's the level that you're asking. So having virtual machines, how do you make money? You have to know what you're going to be making money on, and then why is it that the virtual machines are going to save you from hardware? Like if you're going to run like 100 websites, you can do that on 100 different machines, or you can do that on one machine. But if you want to run like a bunch of VPSs, I'm just throwing things out there that are currently available, that things that people can do. And if you end up with you'll want to run this stuff and this is how you're going to make money, virtualization is going to shrink your expenditure in both power requirement, hardware necessity, and just efficiency and utilization. That's kind of what you're looking at. Okay, I've got this. This is 3/4 cup of flour because I put a quart.
Space.
Well, storage is storage. Like you're gonna need storage regardless if you've got whatever. So virtualization isn't going to save on storage space. You're still gonna need hardware, blah. You're gonna still need this much data per machine. The difference is instead of having 80 hard drives for 80 different virtual machines, you have 80 virtual hard drives on maybe 24 real hard drives. Like that's what you start looking at. 3 servers with 2 CPUs each, you'd probably agree to assume what? Can host MAAS. Something as a service. And if you can't host that on a server, I think your physical space, yeah. You're already overcomplicating your situation because it's if you're looking at doing MAAS, Ubuntu's MAAS. If you're looking at doing that, you need to know how many people you're going to be selling to right away, what you're going to need, where you're going to put it, how much data connectivity you're going to do. There's a whole laundry list of shit you start looking at. Metal as a service?
No, it's mobility, right?
No, metal as a service is something else. Oh. Anyway, my point is really just that if you're looking to do that, you have to realize that if you